Hello, man of word, we truly appreciate that you joined us. We are glad that we can support you in your further development. Today's topic is about 5 lessons that everyone should learn from the book The Compound Effect, written by Darren Hardy. So, let's begin. Welcome to amanofword.com, the most refreshing network in the business world. Why should you read this article? 1. You will eradicate your bad habits that are hindering your progress. 2. You will install the few key disciplines required for breakthroughs. And 3. You will learn how to get yourself to do things you don't feel like doing. Darren Hardy, the author of The Compound Effect, is the publisher of Success Magazine. In his book, he presents to us an easy-to-use system that will help you to achieve your goals. If you're serious about your targets, use the power of the compound effect to create the success you want. This brief description of the book contains the essence of what every super achiever needs to know, practice, and master to obtain extraordinary success. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. What is the compound effect? In the book is written that the compound effect is the principle of reaping huge rewards from a series of small, smart choices. What's most interesting about this process to me is that, even though the results are massive, the steps, at the moment, don't feel significant. Whether you're using this strategy for improving your health, relationships, finances, or anything else for that matter, the changes are so subtle, they're almost imperceptible. These small changes offer little or no immediate result, no big win, no obvious I told you so payoff. So why bother? Most people get tripped up by the simplicity of the compound effect. For instance, they quit after the 8th day of running because they're still overweight. Or, they stop practicing the piano after 6 months because they haven't mastered anything other than chopsticks. Or, they stop making contributions to their IRA after a few years because they could use the cash and it doesn't seem to be adding up to much anyway. What they don't realize is that these small, seemingly insignificant steps completed consistently over time will create a radical difference. Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. Let's take a simple example. Ron and Jim are 2 developers. They have the same experience at this moment. Ron decides to watch 60 minutes a day of videos about his area of work, and Jim doesn't change anything. 1 month later, nothing changes at work, they are still at the same salary, they still are working in the same way. 3 months later, there are no changes. But after 1 year, Ron starts to apply what he has learned in the last year. After another 6 months, Ron's salary went up. Ron made daily something seemingly insignificant. He paid the price for his salary raise with work and consistency. It took 1.5 years to see a result, but it was worth it. Lesson 2. Be aware of your choices. In the book is written that we all come into this world the same, naked, scared, and ignorant. After that grand entrance, the life we end up with is simply an accumulation of all the choices we make. Our choices can be our best friend or our worst enemy. They can deliver us to our goals or send us orbiting into a galaxy far, far away. Think about it. Everything in your life exists because you first chose something. Choices are at the root of every one of your results. Each choice starts a behavior that over time becomes a habit. Choose poorly, and you just might find yourself back at the drawing board, forced to make new, often harder choices. Don't choose at all, and you've made the choice to be the passive receiver of whatever comes your way. In essence, you make your choices, and then your choices make you. Every decision, no matter how slight, alters the trajectory of your life, whether or not to go to college, whom to marry, to have that last drink before you drive, to indulge in gossip or stay silent, to make one more prospecting call or call it a day, to say I love you or not. Every choice has an impact on the compound effect of your life. We don't intend to not live the life that we want to live, to get sick, to go through bankruptcy, to get a divorce, but those things happen if we are not aware of the choices we made. Lesson 3. Habits. In the book is written that there's a story about a man riding a horse, galloping quickly. It appears that he's going somewhere very important. A man standing along the roadside shouts, "Where are you going?" The rider replies, "I don't know. Ask the horse." This is the story of most people's lives. They're riding the horse of their habits, with no idea where they're headed. It's time to take control of the reins, and move your life in the direction of where you really want to go. In other words, if we don't control our habits, we don't control our life. In the book is also written that, it's time to wake up and realize that the habits you indulge in could be compounding your life into a repeated disaster. The slightest adjustments to your daily routines can dramatically alter the outcomes in your life. Again, I'm not talking about quantum leaps of change or a complete overhaul of your personality, character, and life. Super small, seemingly inconsequential adjustments can and will revolutionize everything. Lesson 4, Momentum. In the book is written that some of our best intentions fail because we don't have a system of execution. When it comes down to it, your new attitudes and behaviors must be incorporated into your monthly, weekly, and daily routines to effect any real, positive change. A routine is something you do every day without fail, so that eventually, like brushing your teeth or putting on your seatbelt, you do it without conscious thought. If you look at anything you do that's successful, you'll see that you've probably developed a routine for it. These routines ease life's stresses by making our actions automatic and effective. To reach new goals and develop new habits, it's necessary to create new routines to support your objectives. The greater the challenge, the more rigorous our routines need to be. Winning the race is all about pace. Be the tortoise. The person who, given enough time, will beat virtually anybody in any competition as a result of positive habits and behaviors applied consistently. Lesson 5, what is influencing you? In the book is written that your mind is like an empty glass, it'll hold anything you put into it. You put in sensational news, salacious headlines, talk show rants, and you're pouring dirty water into your glass. If you've got dark, dismal, worrisome water in your glass, everything you create will be filtered through that muddy mess, because that's what you'll be thinking about. Garbage in, garbage out. All that drive time radio yak about murders, conspiracy, deaths, economy, and political battles drives your thinking process, which drives your expectations, which drives your creative output. That is bad news. But just like dirty glass, if you flush it with clean, clear water under the faucet long enough, eventually you'll end up with a glass of pure, clear water. What is that clear water? Stories of aspiration, people who, despite challenges, are overcoming obstacles and achieving great things. Strategies of success, prosperity, health, love, and joy. Ideas to create more abundance, to grow, expand, and become more. Jim Rohn taught that we become the combined average of the 5 people we hang around the most. Rohn would say we could tell the quality of our health, attitude, and income by looking at the people around us. The people with whom we spend our time determine what conversations dominate our attention, and to which attitudes and opinions we are regularly exposed. Eventually, we start to eat what they eat, talk like they talk, read what they read, think as they think, watch what they watch, treat people how they treat them, even dress as they dress. The funny thing is, more often than not, we are completely unaware of the similarities between us and our circle of 5. What are the best things to remember from this? 1. Your choices define your future, choose carefully. 2. Success is a result of difficult daily disciplines compounded over time. And 3. Pick your circle wisely. Well, our list ends here. Let us know in the comment section what are your thoughts about our list. Thank you for watching until the end, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button to be notified for every new learning opportunity. And always remember, man of word, be aware of the person that you can become.